Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to RDR In The Moment. This is a special YouTube edition. We're just going to talk about a few of the things that are happening in the current NBA. There's a lot of news. Well, quite a bit. I shouldn't say a lot, but it's quite a bit of news hitting the blotter, so to speak. So we're going to address some of those things and just give you our take on what we're hearing, what we're seeing. First of all, last time we got together in this forum, we talked about the return of the NBA. Now we're hearing a lot of chatter about guys possibly not wanting to go into that bubble situation. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, Avery Bradley came out and said he doesn't want to do it. In addition, Malcolm Brogdon was tested positive for coronavirus. I believe that was today. I'm just seeing news now that this wasn't here earlier. Parker from the Kings has also tested positive for the virus. So the virus is not going anywhere. That's obviously the reason for the stoppage of play and the reason for the bubble. More people every day. We've seen a lot of college football teams make announcements stating that they've had outbreaks in their various locker rooms, Clemson being one, LSU being another. You know, these are premier programs for that matter. And this is, honestly, I don't know whether this thing is gonna get off the ground, to be honest with you. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
We know that money is the root of all evil, and we're going to give you a choice. Do you want to make the money or do you want to live? So a lot of people just want to make the money. So it is what it is, you know. When this your source of income, your main source of income, you got lives relying on you and depending on you. You're going to go out and do what you need to do, whether it's risk your life or to make money. And I think that people put themselves in situations where they have to do stuff that they don't want to do, or that is not logical or reasonable. It's not reasonable to play amongst other people in one setting and put yourself at risk to contract a disease that has killed thousands of human beings around the world. And so it's like, what's important to you? And a lot of people, you know, can't afford to not play. So it's a choice situation. It's a predicament that you just gotta hope works out at the end. These numbers are spiking.
Yes.
I mean, that's evident. And you'd be a fool to continue to participate in these events, in these leagues, but contractually you are obligated. In some leagues, you're obligated. You don't play, you don't get paid, and you can't support your family. You can't support people that are relying on you. So you in a situation where you got to do what you got to do.
And
I wouldn't do it.
I just saw this. I must have missed this announcement yesterday.
I wouldn't do
Joker
it.
has tested positive.
Yeah, he's across the water. He's not even here.
In Serbia. Yeah, I didn't see that story. Wow. Yeah. I don't know about this, man. And then on top of that, you got this Kyrie thing, which, you know, he's the show's favorite weirdo. And he just has gone off on a tangent, man. He was all in favor of everything, and then when he found out that he wasn't able to go because he's not active, then all of a sudden he's starting calls and
the weirdo of the year.
Yeah, just speaking out. Now he wants to start his own league. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's your guy. Ain't that your guy?
I love Kyrie.
You, Ryan.
I love Kyrie.
Listen, man. I don't know if, from what I got, is Avery Bradley said he is not playing.
Correct.
Contract.
I'm not going. Well, I've heard that they're not going to hold it against the guy. You're not going to get paid, but they're not going to take action.
Trevor Ariza said the same thing.
Yeah, they can't take action. They're not going to take action.
Listen to this statement, right? So listen. Avery Bradley and Dwight Howard are very pivotal to the Lakers
Agreed.
Defensive.
to win.
Correct.
Because you're talking about a perimeter defender that can hit a shot in an NBA that is dominated on the perimeter.
Shot making. Deep shot making.
Not going. So he's sitting down. Then you have a interior defender.
Your third best interior defender.
That if you put anything around that basket, he gonna eat. He going after all balls.
Pause. Or not.
Well, no, yeah.
Or not. If the Los Angeles Lakers lose them two people, it's very hard for them to win.
Because they're already, we talked about them and the Clippers being the front runners. They're already not as deep as the Clippers, even at full strength. Clippers going 10, 11 deep. Lakers going by 7.
Yeah. So by doing that, that hurts it. You got people popping up with this. Because let's say a guy like the Joker is one of them asymptomatic cats that don't show no symptoms, everything sweet, he just got it. Well, you can't have him on the court with nobody.
Right.
Can't have you out here. I think the love of money is the root of all evil. To love it. And if this is based on money solely and not for the, let's put something out there for the fans.
Ain't no fan. Who's the fan?
Us.
The fan is the guy, me, you, Dave, sitting home with a remote. A person's not more of a fan than the guy who watches it at TV because he showed up to the game. That doesn't mean he's more of a fan. That means he was free that night to go to the game. That's all it means. I went to many a Cavs games, and I wouldn't care if they lose or drop dead when I'm watching it. I didn't go there.
What type of product are we looking at, though? We looking at something. It's like a shotgun wedding. It's just put together. Y'all get out there. Y'all get yourself together and play and perform.
Is the shotgun wedding legal?
Good question.
Then if you see LeBron James on a Friday morning with the Los Angeles Lakers, Anthony Davis, Kuzma, going up against the Pelicans, people is tuning in and people is watching. I don't care if they're playing in a park. I don't care if they're playing in somebody's backyard. You're tuning in to see them play. So if they put them listen, man, I think Avery Bradley is an exceptional guy. I think Dwight Howard is one of the best centers of his era. But long as the Goons is playing, people will tune in.
I have respect for guys that put themselves and put their families and put their own lives over the interests of basketball. I have the utmost respect for those people.
Do you have the same utmost respect for the people that put the emphasis on, hey, I gotta play so my family can eat?
I mean, to each his own. That's your life that you have to live, and you have to suffer the consequences and repercussions of your actions. Period. So I mean, I can't. I won't. It's not logical, in my opinion, to play a game knowing that you can get sick or you can get your family sick.
I understand.
Basketball. Listen to me. Basketball isn't going to end this year. There's going to be basketball next year and the year after that. But you might die this year.
You made a great point. You said it's not logical to go play a game that could possibly get you or your family sick, right?
Well, be in the atmosphere. Be in a.
Here's, and I totally agree. That's why anybody that had those sentiments, tell your family stay home. That eliminates them from getting sick by what's going on in the bubble, right? Or the 23 players that voted yes should have voted no. Because here's the thing. Out of the 23 players, there was no no's, all yeses. Out of the 30 owners, it was one no.
One no.
The owner of the Portland Trailblazers said nope.
Really? I didn't know who it was. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay.
So somebody saw it as not fit. One person, so think about 30 people, that's 30 owners, 23 players, that's 53 people. Only one of them had a conscience. Only one of them said, y'all, come on, man. But you know, the Portland Trailblazers owner on the Portland Trailblazers and the Seattle Seahawks.
And the
So
Seahawks.
he like, look, man, I'm probably losing more money than all y'all because I don't even know what the NFL gonna do.
Correct. Which I
And
don't think that's gonna happen.
Here to say no. So my thing is this. This is what they should do. You got 22 teams.
Okay.
You ask over 200 players what you want to do. All the ones to say no, let them go home. If you got a team to show up with 5 cats, y'all better not fall out. Y'all better not fall out. Y'all be playing 5-on-4. Because at the end of the day, they're going to make it happen.
I believe that too, because you're already seeing in the Instagram post that I sent you guys, they're already talking about free agent signings. You know, I'm going to name these 9 guys that were mentioned. Cousins, Isaiah Thomas, Earl Smith, Jamal Crawford, Manimal, Lance Stevenson, Shump, Gerald Green, and Tyler Johnson. All of these guys.
Lower tier guys that is looking to make a couple of dollars. Nothing wrong with that.
And they'll be on the roster somewhere. Yeah. I believe that.
Hold on.
A lot of guys on the outside looking in.
Hey, read them guys again. Ryan said a lot of lower tier guys. Could you read those names again for me?
DeMarcus Cousins, Isaiah Thomas.
1 foot in, 1 foot out. A lot of 1 foot in, 1 foot out guys. Go ahead.
Earl Smith, Jay Crossover, Manimal, L Boogie.
1 foot in, 1 foot out, man.
Shump, G Green, and Tyler Johnson.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. I think it's 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah. I think it's 50-50. And the sad part about all the people that you name is 1 foot in, 1 foot out, they still always find a job in the NBA.
Say that one more time.
They always find a job. All these players were always on the roster. Isaiah Thomas it was supposed to go for Isaiah Thomas. Because it was still getting paid year by late.
Isaiah Thomas been treated like a redhead stepchild the past 3 seasons.
Huh?
Isaiah Thomas been treated like a redhead.
Is he still getting paid?
Oh yeah.
Because if that's what getting treated like a redhead stepchild is, hey, sign me up. Because he in the chat. Hold up. These players have already signed with somebody?
No. They were all rumored to be going different places.
And because it was rumored to be going to the Boston Celtics, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you know how this stuff, these rumors are, because somebody has already signed.
Say that again now.
Is DeMarcus Cousins the center that you said my boys need?
The big man presence, yeah. He's better than Baines, yeah.
If he's healthy, yeah.
Yeah, he's healthy. He ain't did nothing.
Cousins.
Why wouldn't he be healthy?
Don't they still have Cantor?
Yeah, we got his.
And they got that other young boy, right?
Tice.
Yeah, that's a nice situation.
Williams.
Right. We'll take him.
It's a nice situation. But yeah, that's what makes me think that it's going to happen, because the moment you see the article that says Avery Bradley's not going, the next thing to pop up on the timeline is J.R. Smith to the Lakers potential.
Listen to me. It's going to be a lot of guys that's going to follow suit. You just needed the 1-2 players.
To come out and speak out on it?
To come out and speak out on it. You're going to give it a week. That list is going to grow, because people are going to realize that, and these numbers are spiking. People are going to be like, it ain't worth it.
Because they're supposed to be
next year.
Heading to Orlando next week, the beginning of July, which is next week.
Good luck. My dude stays down in Tampa. He caught it. He said he couldn't breathe. And he seemed pretty healthy to me. And I'm saying, man, you just catch it out of the blue like that. And he's like, man, it's no joke. And it's spreading like wildfire down.
What was you saying? You said what
No,
happened?
my guy caught it, and so and he's as healthy as me, and he said he couldn't
Why do
breathe. What? Huh?
I was off for a minute, man. I was off, Ryan, because you be tripping, bro.
Why be
Why
tripping?
do you believe? Yes, because it's like catching the flu, bro.
All right.
It don't matter about you being healthy or not. You got people that get it that show no symptoms,
So
man.
why would you even put yourself under that?
Because
It's frightening.
how did your guy put himself under?
I don't know.
My grandmother
He around a lot of
caught it
kids. He
before,
said a lot of kids
have it and don't
have
have
it
symptoms.
and don't have symptoms. That's correct.
Because that's
Okay,
that's no different.
And
Obviously, it's not a sports story, but D.L. Hughley over the last week or so announced he went out or passed out because of dehydration, and
that
come
looked
to
like
find out when they tested him, he had it, not a symptom, no fever, no nothing.
I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of D.L. Hughley, but it looked like he passed out because he was shorting some coke.
That's possible.
He got a hold of a bad bag.
I didn't see
D.L.
that.
Hughley passed out just like that one chick passed out on her show.
Oh, yeah. Wendy Williams.
Oh, Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams.
Big
And
Wendy.
she allegedly she's allegedly a full-fledged cokehead.
Yeah, she had.
Allegedly.
You know
But
what
no,
I'm
I
saying?
agree that it is. It was one.
Oh, powder
person
puff.
removed from you, Ryan, is one person removed from me as well. I know some folks who contracted it or caught it or whatever, and obviously they've recovered and are okay, and it affects everybody differently. But I'm not willing to risk death. That's not a gamble.
Listen to me. Basketball gonna be there. I don't even care. No.
Hey. Well, I'm putting like this, right?
I'm gonna watch the games, but I wouldn't be playing.
I'm not watching that raggedy trash, man. No fans in the stands. They said they playing games all morning, all day.
It's gonna be all day,
night.
every day. From 10 because they got 4 hours between games.
It's gonna be like an AAU event,
like being out in Vegas or in
hold on,
LA somewhere.
We gotta stop. Ryan is the same person that had me watching Rico Hines.
He gonna watch.
Rico Hines is nice. That's legit basketball.
That's trash.
Rico Hines, I saw a game. Nobody missed a shot the whole time.
That's trash, man.
The training.
Listen, I said, just like most of us said, they should have ended this season 3 months ago.
They should have ended it.
Yes.
Classic money grab.
What they should have did was said, you know what, y'all, we're sorry. We apologize. There will not be a championship. We will issue NBA awards. And we'll move on. This is something that the world in a lot of people's lifetimes have never seen. I don't know about nothing that happened back in the Great Depression and all that other trash. I don't care nothing about it. I'm talking about right now. We ain't never seen nothing like this ever. So they should have shut it down. And here's my thing. You were 60 games in, right? The billionaire owners should have reached their pocketbooks and paid everybody the remainder of the season and told them boys, go home, take care of your family, get healthy. We will hopefully see y'all in September. That is what should have happened. The only one that did the right thing was college basketball.
Stop it.
It's a wrap. And you want to talk about schools and money being missed? Them 64 teams that play in the tournament lost out on a lot of money.
Well, a lot of colleges lost out on money, and they had to get rid of sports programs like cricket and yeah.
You did whatever you had to do. They're the only ones that did it right. And when they did it, you had all these sports centers and all these Fox Sports condemning them for doing it. And they was the only ones that did it right. Well, we can't do no with this pandemic. Okay, shut it down. NBA still trying to make you play basketball in a bubble. 5 games on at once. You got players saying they don't want to play and they ain't showing up. Dude.
Well, I think you missed this part. You walked away for a second. I think Ryan hit it right on the head when he said that what we needed was for Avery Bradley to come out and say that, and then I think maybe the floodgates will open.
Yeah. People gonna follow suit. Yeah, they're gonna follow.
Said it. More guys will come out.
You gonna get a bunch of guys. You gonna get a bunch of guys playing.
I think you need the superstars to say something. Nobody cares what Avery Bradley has to say.
I don't think it matters if anybody cares. He's setting. I think he's setting the tone. Ariza set the tone. Avery Bradley.
Okay, look. The first person I heard say something was Dwight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Avery Bradley said something. Right as Avery Bradley said something, Patrick Beverly said, if the Kings say we're going to play, then talking about LeBron James, then we're going to play. They need the
Hey, you talk about optics. Look at that guy. Is anybody listening to that guy?
It don't matter if they're listening to him. Listen, if Avery Bradley comes and said, I don't want to play for whatever reason, he walks away, but then you have a goon, a sucker, who not even on that team, who makes the statement of, if LeBron say we're playing, then we playing.
But then here lies the problem with that. Avery Bradley and Dwight Howard are focal points on that team that are needed for them to be successful.
I wouldn't call them.
So it don't matter if they're a goon. It don't matter if they're a superstar. That's gonna hurt them.
No, yeah, that's gonna hurt them in a whole as a team. We're talking about for the NBA to say we're not doing it. It takes the superstars to stand up. The Avery Bradleys, the Dwight Howards don't mean nothing to the NBA. They mean something to the Lakers. That's 1 out of 30. If LeBron James came out and said, we ain't playing, I don't want to play, I guarantee they'll find a way to put a pole in that bubble and keep it pushing. Until the Kawhi Leonard
I hear what you're saying.
And all them say something, it don't matter, bro. I don't care. Look, and LeBron James will show up with LeBron, Anthony Davis, Danny Green, the bald-headed white boy, and one more person in there.
Caruso.
Period. It don't matter. It don't matter what the other dudes say. People know it's dangerous. People listen. Anybody in this world, the billion or whatever people, how many people we have in the United States, either know somebody that got corona, or they self have had it. So we know how dangerous it is. Avery Bradley ain't playing. This guy ain't playing. This guy ain't playing. You got a guy in Kyrie want to step up and say something. You got a basketball player, Steph Curry, all them protesting, doing whatever. It still ain't putting no nicks in it happening.
So go ahead.
Nobody care what the regular people say, man. One of the superstars.
So do you think they're going to step up and say something?
I wish they would.
Okay.
Because from what Kyrie Irving said, it's only 20 cats in the NBA that's still getting paid, not one of them.
They rumored to say he had 200 on his call, but it was closer to 70 or 80. But that's still a lot of players.
Yeah, right. But if you talk, let's say that his number was accurate with 20, right? So it's 19 other players. I would assume one of them is KD, one of them is Steph. Well, KD and Steph is hurt or not playing in this little tournament.
Well. LeBron I think it's like 4 players. They get all their money up front. All their money for the whole season they get up front. Steph's one of them. LeBron's one of them. I want to say James Harden is one of them. They get all their money up front. All of it up front.
Well, Steph not playing said we should be focusing on social reform. Steph already said that, but Steph ain't in the tournament. Okay? James, we ain't heard a peep out of James Harden. James Harden ain't said nothing.
I ain't heard from James Harden.
Exactly. So until a superstar, until one of the guys who sell jerseys say something, ain't nothing happening.
So speaking of selling, I want to ask you guys something. Ryan, you had brought this up to us, and we haven't had a chance to discuss it on air. Zion Williamson made some news in the last couple weeks for non-basketball related stuff. He's being sued for like $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about what's going on with that and why it's even important.
Listen, man. If my son grows up and he's a prospect and you want him to go to your school, and you come with a bushel full of money and you about to pay my rent and do all this, look, man, I don't know no person in their right mind gonna turn that away. But then if you turn around and then you want to try to sue somebody for taking money, how much money is that school? How much money is those shoe companies making off this person? So stop forcing kids to go to school, because you force them to go to school for 1 year and live like a superstar. Just let that man go to the NBA and get paid.
They're suing him for $100 million. You know what his net worth is?
Nowhere near that.
You want me to tell you what it is?
Yep.
$8 million.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a I think his shoe contract is worth like 75, but that's over the course of, that's over the course of years or whatever, right? Yeah. He's worth $8 million, probably not even that, because I think that's what his salary or his earnings were for this year. He done spent a few dollars. Where did you get that number from? He didn't wrong anybody for $100 million. He ain't got it.
Right.
These folks are taking that. I believe that the college athletes get taken advantage of, for starters. I did a paper some years ago about it, and I didn't even realize how much money was out there until I started studying and recognized. And I was just looking at football, because really football is the real money maker, because you get all those fans, 100 million, 100,000 people in the stadium, 70,000. Man, Ohio State, Oklahoma Sooners, Texas Longhorns, man, those programs bring in dollars upon dollars. There would be no university without those programs. There'd be no engineering wing or engineering school or whatever pharmacy school without those programs. But the college athletes do get taken advantage of, for sure. I can't make money off of I can't sign an autograph for $25, or I'm ineligible.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
The system is absolutely broken. And then now you want to drag this dude through the mud, or his name through the mud, because what are they even saying that he did? Took money from the school?
No, they're not saying that he per se did anything. Okay, Nike does Duke, and the other school was Kansas. I believe they do Adidas.
Okay.
So the people that had something to do with his family's getting paid was, hey, we want your son to go to Duke. Hey, we want your son to go to Kansas. Well, he went to Duke, and the Kansas people, now I'm not saying somebody from Kansas or from Adidas did anything. Somebody that has something that has interest in Kansas, or Adidas, had something to do with this. Now, I don't think they're going to win anything. What's probably going to happen is some smoke room handshake. Here, take this couple $1 million and get out of my face.
It'll be a settlement. We asking for 100, but we'll take two.
If I were him, I would fight. If I'm him, I would fight that.
But sometimes not being in the news is worth their money.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
I shoot you 1.2, just go away.
Right. If he has to do that to make it go away, by all means do it. But man, at the end of the day, man, he's in a system that says you're too young to go make a living, so go to school first.
Yeah.
When it's a lot of sports that you don't have that problem. You got high school 12th graders get drafted in the major leagues.
Just one of my friend's sons just got drafted last week or 2 weeks ago.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have tennis pros going pro at 14.
Right.
So it's like, why in basketball is it so different? Because you're trying to make as much money as you can 1 year for your school before this guy leaves to go to the league. Well, let him go to the league.
So I'm going to guess that you're in favor of what the G League is doing. We haven't seen a lot of it, obviously, with everything going on. A lot of things have come to a halt or have slowed down. But we've got some high level high school prospects signing to G League money right off the bat.
I'm in total support of a person maximizing his earning potential whenever it presents itself.
I don't think you can say it any better, Ryan.
I'm talking about the amateur athlete making money.
Well, in this case, it would be they're turning professional. High school, I'm graduating. I don't have to worry about the 1 year removed, my graduating class 1 year removed.
Yeah, because baseball don't do it. Soccer players don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a grown adult, man, making grown adult decisions. And if he bets on himself and the team takes him.
That was the word. I'm glad you used that word. Because I feel like it's a risk either way. You got to develop. You got to get stronger. You got to learn the game better. You can do that in college. You can do that in G League. You can do it in the NBA. You could flop in any of those situations.
You can go overseas like the ball kid did. You can go overseas like the ball kid did.
You can flop in any of those situations too and never be heard from again. We've seen.
I think the ultimate goal is to make money though. It's not necessarily NBA, and everybody wants to make the NBA, but sometimes you're not fortunate to do it. So you need other avenues in G League, overseas, or you can go back to school. How about that? If you don't get drafted in a position that you want to get drafted in, you have the right to go back to school and not ruin your eligibility by signing with
an
the
agent or whatever. Right?
Agent, yeah. Get your money, man. Get your money.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I knew it was one more thing. I was just scrolling through the stories. This is one that we talked about, and it appears that I was wrong on this one. For your Cleveland Cavaliers, did you see what Andre Drummond's going to do?
I told you. I said he was staying. I said he wasn't going nowhere.
It's a lot of dope. I can see why he's staying. I just didn't think it was going to happen.
Well, if they signing him, they're getting rid of Love. They're trying to shop Love. Because it don't make no sense to keep him in Love. You're going to build with Drummond and bring and develop some of that young talent
it's
a
1 year option. So are they really building with him though?
Yeah.
They got to convince him to stay.
I think they're done. They're done with Kevin Love. I want them to. The rumor. I want them to make that trade, possibly with Brooklyn. I would love to see LeVert and Dinwiddie and Taurean Prince here, and develop. You can still develop Porter Jr. and Garland, and just start fresh. Just tear it all down.
You missed somebody. You said Garland and Porter Jr. Who did he miss, Ryan?
Oh, he didn't miss nobody because they thinking about sending my boy to the Nets to die.
Oh, he would be in that trade. He would be Kevin Love and the Bull.
And the Bull.
He'll be going there to die.
Wow. Okay.
But they get rid of the Bull. They'll shop the Bull because
a $30 million player option.
They would play Gary Temple over the Bull. So if he went to Brooklyn. I want to see that trade.
Kevin Love does he even fit in over there?
Oh yeah.
So what is he playing though? The 4?
Mm-hmm.
He come off the bench? Because he's not starting over the Afro man, is he?
Yeah.
Well, DeAndre Jordan. You still got DeAndre Jordan. You got Jared Allen. You got the Russian, the skinny white Russian that plays power forward sometimes. You got pieces part.
Hey, Kevin Love make 30 million. He ain't sitting on nobody's bench.
But wait, he's starting at the 4?
Yeah.
Yep.
KD, Kevin Love, Joe Harris at the 2, and Kyrie Irving.
And then who's at the 5? You going Jordan or you going
DeAndre Jordan? Yeah. DeAndre Jordan. Jared Allen should be playing, but he's not where they need them to be right now. And this ain't no this ain't no developmental league. We gotta win now. You gotta win now. You gotta. Jared Allen, you ain't there yet. Jared Allen was the MVP of the summer league. He regressed a little bit, if you ask me. This season, he regressed a little bit.
Your words, not mine. Are you a championship contender with Joe Harris and Kevin Love in your starting lineup?
Joe Harris is very underrated. When you get Joe Harris touches,
Kevin Love would be a champion. And without Kevin Love, LeBron don't have one in Cleveland.
That doesn't answer my question, though.
Kevin Love gives you 20 and 10 right now.
So you're a title contender with Joe Harris and Kevin Love in your starting lineup?
Man, you can word it the way you want. If you help you to sleep at night, that's fine.
Oh, I'm gonna sleep good either way.
let me ask. I'm gonna ask this question. Right? Kyrie Irving, Joe Harris, KD, Kevin Love, DeAndre Jordan. Right? Remember them 5 names.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Tristan. Yeah, you're a championship contender because the other 5 got a championship. Come on, man. You can't be serious. Joe Harris is a better basketball player than JR.
Okay. I wasn't saying they weren't. I just wanted to hear you say it.
I'm just saying. Kevin Love has an NBA championship. Joe Harris probably should have never been traded away from Cleveland.
No, he should still be here. But again, that's that whole, we don't like young guys.
Listen, Cleveland do stuff like this. Hey, we need a shooter.
We get rid of the young shooter and bring in the old shooter who ain't no good now.
You let him go. Come on, man.
We'd rather bring in an old guy who won't be here in 2 years instead of let the young guy play who will still be here now.
Hey, if Joe Harris would have grabbed a rebound over KD, Cleveland might have won 1 game in that series.
You know you're not gonna do that.
I'm telling you the truth. Joe Harris don't show up smelling like whiskey and freshly rolled blunts.
JR said he's never had Hennessy.
Okay.
He was high as a kite when he said
probably E&J, but it wasn't Hennessy though.
Hey, I ain't even give him cognac. I ain't even give him the cognac. I said he had some whiskey.
Me and my guy had a conversation today again. If LeBron dials back some of his attempts and gets JR a starting 2 guard in the NBA, some more looks, in my opinion, they would have been better off.
Yes.
Better off as far as what?
In the long run.
Team success.
How many years? How many years? Times out. I don't agree with you and your friend. I'm gonna tell you why. I don't agree with none of that trash y'all talking about. How many NBA champions? How many years did LeBron James and J.R. Smith play together? 4?
4.
Yes.
Okay. They went to the finals 4 years, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And they have a championship, right?
They have one.
What more success would they be? You mean JR's numbers would have looked better?
They would have
had more talent.
Listen to me. I'm telling you in the finals, if you get him more looks at the basket, get him more opportunities to succeed with a Stephen Curry checking him.
You say the shit. You say that like it means something.
I'm saying J.R. Smith with confidence and touches. With touches comes confidence. And I'm saying he's going at Stephen Curry.
Here's the thing about that. That's funny, right? For you to score on somebody, you got to probably be faster, bigger, stronger, smarter. It's some stuff you gotta do. You think J.R. Smith got ball handling skills? Like he can get the ball?
I'm telling you, J.R. Smith can score when given an opportunity, and not 7 shots a game as a starting 2 guard in the NBA.
Listen to me. I don't care how many shots you gave them. They still would only have 1 championship, and J.R. Smith still will be hoping for a job right now.
Listen to me.
It's possible.
J.R. Smith is better than Roberson. He's better than Seth Falocia, but you got him in that same box. You got him in that same box as them guys.
You just named two guys that are one side of the ball guys. He ain't a better defender than neither one of them.
But J.R. Smith can score on any of them if you give him 10 shots, 10 to 15 shots.
If you give him,
he'll have 30 on both of them.
20.
J.R. Smith shoots a lot of threes.
I don't care how many threes. I don't care how many threes he shoots. Y'all is acting like me and you looked up JR's numbers, especially when he was given the opportunities, and he ain't never been nothing but
18, 19, 18. Yeah. That's better than 8 a game. As a starting 2 guard in the NBA, that is horrible.
We've talked about this before.
Hold up for a minute. The statement, hold up, Dave. The statement was J.R. Smith would have been better off. My response is they wouldn't have any more championships.
Did J.R. Smith play that first finals in 15?
Yes. Wasn't he on the team?
All right. Let me see. Let me look at J.R. Smith. Let me look at J.R. Smith.
He got traded for waiters. And Shumpert. Yes, he was on the team.
All right. Let's look up that finals. See how many shot attempts he got in the finals. While LeBron James is averaging 35, soaking up the sun.
It doesn't matter. Would they answer my question? Would the Cavaliers have more NBA championships if JR shot the ball 10 times, 12 times a game?
Well, see, you're taking it further than I'm saying. I'm not saying that they win anymore. We don't know that, but they would have been a better qualified team if we move the ball around some.
What is better besides champion than runner-up?
They would have had a better shot at winning.
Dave.
They didn't have better? No shot in 16, but they pulled it out because they were down 3-1.
What is better besides champion than runner-up? It's only one answer for this, y'all.
I don't get what you're saying. I hear you.
Nothing. The only thing better than runner-up is the champion.
Okay.
That's a fact. So what would they have been if JR got 4 or 5 more shots a game? Still a runner-up.
Maybe. Especially in 15, maybe. Especially in 15.
J.R. Smith.
Starting 2 guards, 7 shots a game.
Like I told you guys before on multiple occasions, they weren't beating the Golden State Warriors in 17 or 18. 15 was a winnable series.
15 was a winnable series, and they lost 3 games in a row.
It happens. Still a winnable series.
Anything is winnable when it's 0-0.
Hey, man, get J.R. Smith some shots.
He got some shots when he played for New York, when he played for Denver, and they was going home in the first and second round of the playoffs.
Give my man 15 shots a game, man.
He wants J.R. Smith to take 15 shots a game, Dave, and J.R. never took 15 shots a game for his fucking career.
One time.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
One time in 12 and 13.
One.
Yeah, one time.
And he was shooting that boy 6. He shot the ball 16 times to get 18 points. You want to get this guy 5 shots? 5
Man, gotta get him some opportunities. Gotta get this guy some opportunities. Gotta get this guy some opportunities.
Stop it. Hey, he's pick 5 at his best.
It's pick 5. Inside joke.
Why you ain't say how many shots he got in 16? Because he was getting 11.
11. Yeah, 11.
See how Ryan look up a number, don't want to say it. Man, J.R. Smith a bum. He on the bum list too. Fuck out of here, man.
I knew it was
Y'all
coming.
can't be for real.
I knew it was coming.
Y'all can't be for real, man.
We're not gonna beat up on Earl tonight.
Y'all can't be for real. Y'all can't. Hey, I'm gonna beat up on him like you beat up on that white boy and put a brick through his
Oh
ring.
boy.
Fuck out of here, man. Get this guy out of here. You talking this trash. Man, come on, man. Stop, man. Stop it.
Stop.
He got 11. Man, dude, his second year in Cleveland, he got 9 shots and could only make 3 baskets. He was shooting 34%. Why do you want to get his bum no shots? Get out of here.
Man, get him 15
if
shots.
LeBron James is playing with J.R. Smith, LeBron should shoot that boy 50 times a night. Can't be serious, man. You can't be serious. Look, I'm tired of us lying. J.R. Smith couldn't help the Cavs. Dude, they was runner-up for 4 years. 4 years.
And 2 of them series, they didn't have a chance in hell.
Sorry. Runner-up for 3 years. And then, once LeBron James was no longer around, hey, J.R., stay home. They told him to stay home. And he was making 15 a year. This the guy that was supposed to get more shots. You couldn't even get 15 shots with Kevin Love.
Who was handling the ball? Who man. Usage percentage. Usage rate.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
So let me ask you something before we close. If you had to bet on it.
Hey, one more thing before you say that. One more thing. When we know basketball, so we look at percentages, right? When you see a guy, he's a dead-eye 3-point shooter, solid 3-point shooter. What is the ideal percentage? Just like that he shoots on the
40.
Which I agree with 40 with him. 40. What you think?
I'm gonna say if 40? Premier 40.
J.R. Smith shot 40% from 3 one time.
That's a great season. Great season.
One time.
But I will say this. He's 30.
In that season, he averaged 12 points a game.
He's 37 for the career. That's pretty good. Not great, but it's good.
No. Because he hovered, he got 28, 37, 39, 40, 39, 33, 39, 34, 35, 39, 38, 35, 36.
It's a great player, man. It's a great player.
He just called him a great player. So here's the thing. From now on, anytime Ryan says great,
think of JR?
anytime, whoever he uses that word with, it's a false statement.
Book it.
Because he just called J.R. Smith great.
No, I won't go that far.
If they rated every 2 guard in the NBA, J.R. Smith wouldn't be top 30.
He better
And I'm talking about when he was a starter. He still wouldn't be top 30 because there's some teams that got a dog 2 guard on the bench.
I don't know if I agree with that, Ryan.
Okay.
That's a bit much.
All right. He averaged for the last 3 years in the NBA, he averaged 7, 8, and 8.
Get him some touch. Give him Victor Oladipo touches. He better than Victor Oladipo.
He's not Victor Oladipo. I'm not giving somebody that's not Victor Oladipo touches. That's retarded. That's blasphemous.
He's better than Danny Green.
No, he's not.
And that is not your guy.
And I don't like. And I think
Danny Green at all.
And Danny Green's another sick in the mud.
They might be teammates before this is over with. So
Danny Green averages 7 shots a game.
They might be
For Danny
teammates.
for Danny Green's career, he averages 9 points a game. J.R. Smith averages like 11, 12, 13. He averages 4 more points than the guy who's only averaged double digits twice. 3 times, I'm sorry. 3 times. Anytime. I'll take Danny Green over JR.
Today, maybe.
I'm not.
Maybe today.
I would. Danny Green, 6'6", 215, can play both sides of the ball. I'll take him.
27-year-old JR, I'm taking JR.
Danny, I roll with you, Danny, over JR.
So what
Danny Green was balling in the finals before.
So what we doing here? Are we betting on the season continuing, or are we betting?
No, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it.
Right. I think they should, but I think it's gonna go on.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should, but I think it will be starting. Baseball starts July 1st.
That's what I heard.
And I think they only gonna play 66 games.
Are they gonna have fans in there?
Nope.
I mean, they could. The baseball stadiums just have them 6 feet apart.
Nope.
And it had a peanut man walk around and throwing peanuts at people.
I don't need the peanuts, bro. I'm cool, bro. I brought my own or something. I don't need none of that. So listen, y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in for this In The Moment, or whatever we want to call it, with RDR. As always, please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. The button is right below. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at RDRTalking _podcast. And make sure you go over to wherever you listen to your podcast.
We need to make a trash can. We need to make a trash can list.
That might be a new segment. But we can't do that. There's too many people going in there. You always know. We're not doing that.
Hey, we won't call it a trash. We'll call it the dump.
Hey, wherever you listen to podcasts, if you listen on audio, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Spreaker, Google, Spotify, Apple, subscribe. Listen to RDR Talking Numbers, and you can also watch the podcast here on YouTube as well. We appreciate you tuning in. Email us, follow us on social media, talk to us, let us know what you'd like to hear us talk about. And
man, it's got to be a lot of pop in that can, man. He been drinking out of that damn can for about 3 hours, man.
Endless, baby. It's endless.
That's a liter can.
He got the bottomless from. He got the bottomless. Listen,
he's sipping like a communion.
This is RDR. We talking numbers. Live well, laugh often, love much. We'll see you soon. Peace.